Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm doing a jumbo feeding cornrows, and I'm just gonna put some edge control. So I've added edge control to the hair. Before we start, I'm gonna use start with this size. So make sure you're starting with smaller pieces to begin your braids. And I have about 3 of these pieces that I'm gonna start with. So first I'm going to separate, and if you want to see something more detailed, you can take a look at my channel for my smaller feeding cornrows. So I'm going to separate in 3 pieces. I'm going to start my braid. And on my second time going around, I'm going to start adding the hair. Under this finger, grab it with this finger, and then I'm going to continue my braid. Then I'm going to add another piece, put it under this finger, grab it, and then continue my braid. I'm going to add another piece. And then I'm going to start, after that third piece, I'm going to start adding my bigger pieces, okay? Another piece, and I'm just going to keep adding the same size until I get to the size braid that I want. Add it under here, put that together, continue my braid. And make sure you're smoothing out your braid as you go, that way it doesn't tangle. And another way to ensure that your braid is smooth is to ensure that you stretch your hair, especially if you have that 4C kinky hair. For her hair, I didn't stretch it. She just did bandeau knots on it and pull them apart, so it's a little bit harder trying to get the hair to be smooth along with the braids, but it's possible, just a little bit harder. So I'm just going to plait this out to the end. And if you have small hands like mine and you don't want to go through the struggle of trying to get the hair straight while you're doing the braids, then it's best to use a method to straighten the hair that's not going to damage the hair. Because my fingers are small, and so it can be a little bit of a challenge trying to straighten the hair and braid it at the same time. So that's a tip. Try to stretch your hair as much as possible, especially when you're doing jumbo feet and it's less stressful on the hands. Okay guys, so now we're on to our last braid. And as I did before, I'm going to start with 3 small pieces as soon as I transition from the hair to add in the extension. So I have 3 pieces that I'm going to start with, okay? And so we're going to start off with the hair. So we're going to part the hair into 3 pieces and start our braid. So when I'm on the second one, when I'm going around for the 3rd time, I'm going to add that depends on how the size of the braid is. So when I wrap that around, I'm going to add this piece here. Always put it under my finger. And then I add it to the hair and I continue my braid. And then I'm going to add another piece under, add it to the hair, continue my braid. And then after the 3rd piece, I'm going to start adding my bigger pieces until I get the size braid that I'm looking for. And I'm just going to add one more piece. And that's it. Okay guys, so I have the hot water here and I'm using an old jug and I have a smaller container on the inside, so I'm just going to dip the hair in the hot water. Take it all the way up as far as possible to ensure everything gets in the water. Then I'm gonna get the end of the towel. And make sure you keep the hair from the person's back. And you're gonna come down. And then just pull on the end of the hair to get it straight. Pull right there. And then I'm just gonna pull on the end here. So the most they should feel is the steam. There should be no hot water touching them. Okay, then I'm gonna put the towel here, and then I'm gonna dip the ends again to make them really straight in the water. Just the ends, because when you put all of the hair in, it's gonna make the ends a little bit curly. So to get them straight, you're gonna dip just the ends and pull it up a few times, and then I'm gonna pull on the ends. To get it really straight. And then I didn't get the water up to this part, so I'm gonna dip the towel and just put in here to get the hair laying flat. And I didn't add any additional gels or anything to her hair, like jam, to keep the hair a little bit more contained, because this, I've used it before, but this time I didn't add anything in it, so she wanted to keep her hair free from anything. So I'm just gonna take the hot towel. So you could do that to put on the braids. For the ones that didn't get to go in the water, you could just rub the towel, dip it in the water and rub it over the hair to get them nice and straight and not sticking up. Okay, and you could trim the extra pieces off when you're finished. And see how straight the ends are? When you dip it in the hot water, just use a towel and pull on it, and it get the ends really straight. Whether you're doing box braids or cornrows, anything, it's the same process. So I'm just gonna trim off some of the hair and then style. Okay guys, so now I dipped it in hot water and just taking off the extra pieces, just trimming it up so it can look really nice. And then I'm going to use the two end pieces and just wrap it under, pull it to the top, and I'm gonna knot that to make a nice I'm gonna knot it again. Okay, I'm just gonna get 2 pin. I'm gonna knot this under here, and I'm gonna get 2 pins and just pin them just to ensure that it stays. And I'm just gonna get my some oil sheen and spray it to make it nice and shiny. Guys, so this is our finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.